You join me at the opening round of the Ferrari Team Series event. Welcome along, strap yourself in as we go racing for the opening round. We've got 4 races to come in this video. We've got Leclerc and Sainz boosted as well. And always let me know how you get on in opening round below, just because I'm always curious about how you are doing. So we are going to get this underway. We have got Musso in our group as always, and he's put in a terrific round, 376, so fair play to him. He set the benchmark, and this is what we are running, the car and the drivers. We're going to get this underway. We're going to try. I don't expect to score 376, but we're going to give it our very best shot either way. Hopefully we can get above 370. That is the aim. So here we go, race number 1. It comes from Spain, and let's see what damage we can do. Let's go get it then, with Spain and Barcelona up first. And we're hoping for that lovely 47 start. And we've got a decent matchup, so that's going to help us in our pursuit for glory. Qualifying, wow, 4th and 5th. That is terrific. Well, and tell you what, we didn't see this in qualifying because, well, simply, we had bad matchups. But here we are with a good matchup, and this is what we have. So in qualifying, we end up starting about P10, P11, but with a good matchup, P4, P5. And here we go. We are going, and we're away. So come on, Sainz, get in the lead of this race. Or Leclerc, one of you surely can get past one of these two out front. Hopefully they can. It's all systems go. And I tell you what, Leclerc with the good start over Sainz, who is in P2 now. So we do finally break that duck, and we are ahead. We are going to hold now, hold position, and we've got 4.5 minutes until it starts to dry. Won't be affecting our race though, because we are going all the way in the wet stuff. So fingers crossed, we are off to the perfect start. Merlion, one of the best boosts if you don't need a perfect start because your race start is so good. So at the end of the day, we're looking pretty good indeed here. We're just closing though. All the time, we're going to build Leclerc's up. Power unit, I might swap Sainz. Sainz the better driver. So I might just swap Sainz around. Bit higher stats. Just going to build it all the way up, and you can see these two just squabbling a bit. Not really what we wanted to do, but I just want to give Leclerc some big power unit, and that's okay because we're going to be pretty quick at the end of this race. What I wanted to do is now give it full beans for a lap with Carlos Sainz. Just want to see what the fastest lap time is on the wet stuff. That's all. That's the only reason I'm doing this. As long as we can get over 20% tyres at the end of this lap, we'll be able to have a look. So he comes around, and he's absolutely flying at the moment as he comes around and rounds the final corner, and across the line he goes, and we'll see what that does. We'll see if it is any good either. So Sainz built that gap nicely, and we're going to be into some comfortable ground. We'll also be able to do a Leclerc lap. He's far enough ahead. We've only got a 4.7 second gap as well, as Carlos Sainz then looks to come in. He'll be coming in, and then we'll push a lap with Leclerc. So he's in as well. So 5-3 is the strategy here, and just the slight double stack shouldn't affect us too much. Should still get out. I mean, it's a bit laggy. We get out P1, P2. No problem at all. Very quick pit stop indeed. We're going to hold Leclerc then, and he's going to push on this next lap. We're just going to see, because it could be that, remember, if you start scoring 376 now, fastest lap comes into it. And that is why we're going to start just pushing. I believe Spain, potentially Mexico, has a strong chance at fastest lap, but because we're in the wet, we're going to try it anyway. So Leclerc boosting now. Sainz hopefully won't get in his way. And I don't think he's put in the best first lap, old Charles Leclerc. But he does get a middle fastest sector. And we'll come round and we'll see. He's done a full lap. And across the line. So we'll see later on. Doesn't matter if we don't get 3.76 anyway. But we've set a lap. And we'll see if it's good enough for the fastest lap through the thing. So we're going to round this off with a nice, comfortable win. We've had a couple of fastest lap attempts. But it's going to be dry Spain or dry Mexico where the real lap is probably going to be. But we do win with Sainz and we do get second with Leclerc. And we will happily take that 47 points from race number 1. Straight on to race number 2 then. Mexico City. And hopefully, can we put in another nice performance? We've got an okay matchup. We're just slightly ahead on the matchup, so it's not like we had last time, but we still get the same similar qualifying positions, which is a massive difference compared to qualifying. We are going to go 5-3 and a 4-4. So Merlion, and we are going to put, whoa, we don't want to do that, do we? So we are going to put that on, and we are going to do a cuppa. Well, actually, no, we're not. We're going to do a firework, because we're going to set some fireworks off for Charles Leclerc, hopefully. So let's get good starts. Hopefully we should, or maybe a fast one for Leclerc, because he's got a bit less of, but we have used the boost, so we are away fine. And it's P4, P5 start for the two of them. Into the first corner we shall go. And it's Carlos Sainz from Max Verstappen from Charles Leclerc. And it wasn't Carlos Sainz from Max Verstappen, but it is now. And we are into the lead. And Charles Leclerc follows through, not literally, but follows Sainz through into P1 and P2. Mexico is usually, or can be, a very underestimated track. It is a very difficult one sometimes as well to come through. And we do set off on our way. We're going to be doing a 4-4 with Carlos Sainz and a 5 mediums 3 soft with Charles Leclerc. He'll be a bit quicker at the end of this race. So, looking good for now. Looking fairly decent as well. Now, there is a chance that we just avoid safety car drama and stick the hards on here. Or even stick the mediums. Sainz will do 5 laps on the mediums quite comfortably. And I think we might look at doing that. And this is all about protection. Charles Leclerc will probably do a 4-4. Because we don't need to do a 5-3. Remember, if you're on lap 5, you just start lap 5 and the safety car comes out, you are absolutely stuffed. So we are going to pull Sainz in early. And we will then push Charles Leclerc early. So you can see Sainz coming out already, and he's ahead of the chasing pack. I could use softs for Leclerc, but we won't risk it. We will use the mediums. You can see a 9.5 set there for him. And Charles Leclerc looking good right now. He'll come in. We will basically protect ourselves. We need 80% on the last corner across the line to do 5 laps. You can see Carlos Sainz is well in. He is in 82s. And then what I might do is I might actually try, now that we haven't got a safety car, and try to see what a fast lap looks like on Carlos Sainz. And this is just part of fun. We are just experimenting here. So we will do that. Let's try and give ourselves a full power unit. We've got the cars pitting behind. The people, what am I on about? Max Verstappen all the way out to Carlos Sainz pitting. So Leclerc will continue through nice and easy. Carlos Sainz will come out quite comfortably in P2. So what we're going to do is we're now going to see what sort of lap time we can do on Carlos Sainz round Mexico. And this is just for my personal knowledge really as well. And this is why sometimes you do have to practice when you can to see what is out there. So we will allow Carlos Sainz to get to the last corner, like now, and then we will push out of it. We will leave him boosting even down the straight. because every millisecond could count. So let's see what sort of lap time we do at Mexico. We're going to boost Leclerc out the way. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way. There'll be no traffic in our way too. And Leclerc is going to be well out the way here as well. Hopefully into the last few corners he navigates that through. And he will. So Carlos Sainz is through. And all the way to the line. We then cut down. So that's an attempt at a lap at Mexico. We will see later on, after we finished the 4 races, if that is a decent lap or not. And like I said, it won't really matter if we don't score full points even. So yeah, we got to just hope and see that we do get the luck of the draw today. But in all of that, even with an extra pit stop, Carlos Sainz is right behind Charles Leclerc, and we do take another 1-2 here in Mexico. A 25.7 look, personal best by Carlos Sainz on the last lap. He wasn't even pushing on that last lap, which is strange, but 47 points is what we do take from Mexico. Race number 3. And we have our first difficult matchup. We are 62 team score behind the rival, which could mean they are an extra level, and they are. But we are still P5 and P6, so not the end of the world here. We're going to go mediums on Carlos Sainz because he's got very good tyre management. We are going to go softs on Charles Leclerc, and we are going to go for we'll probably go Kawhi. We don't need to, but well, actually we could. So here we go in Bahrain. First difficult matchup. Hopefully it's not a real player. They start on a medium and soft behind. And Leclerc only with a fast start. That's not helpful at all. Rival though, we've got to get past that Ferrari. We're past him already. So that's key. And we're now key with both drivers. Leclerc slotted ahead. What you're going to find is at the end of this lap, they are going to push that bot all its power unit. So now that we're ahead, we can really keep and look out from behind. You will see that car start boosting right now, but we've got a few cars ahead. That's the bonus. He's going to use up a lot of power unit, and you can see, so over half. If he gets through here, that's fine. He's not yet, that's also good. We're going to still try and keep him behind. As you can see, power unit. What we are going to do, though, we are going to push. We'll see if we can hold him behind here. We can't, but that's okay. What we'll do now is just push ahead. We're pushing Sainz. Reason being, if we can trigger a safety car, we can act a lot quicker with Charles Leclerc. So we are through, and we are through. So rival carries on as expected. And we will come back for some soft tyres on Charles Leclerc. We will actually push now. We are on Kawhi. We are going to have a faster pit stop. And we're going to hope that there is no safety car, because Carlos Sainz can't really do an extra lap here. We are pushing him in the hope, and we can't see any slow cars on track. We're going to push him all the way down the straight, and there will be no safety car that affects Carlos Sainz. So, mediums it is. Leclerc coming back out. No power unit. But we are not that far behind the rival. We are only less than 5 seconds. So, as long as we can close that gap, we are going to comfortably get ahead of him. And we'll probably come back and pit next lap for mediums. Rule out the safety car, because this rival will be going on to a 1-stop. So it's crucial that we do get ahead. And you can see we're ahead now. Hard tyres for the rival too. And to be honest, we can do 3 laps comfortably. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push Leclerc now to get that lead ahead of the rival. He's on hard, so we should be good. Like I said to you all the time, if you've been watching my videos long enough, it's all about race management when you get towards the front. And this is what we're doing here. 3 laps comfortable for Leclerc. He comes in. Sainz absolutely fine. You can see now. So we were going to do an extra lap with Leclerc. We didn't need to. We just need to chill now and watch our back. They are on. Leclerc's going to pit again for the rival. Then they're in P5, so they shouldn't really attack us at all, which is good. But yeah, it's all about race management. It's what we need. We've got 2 laps to go. See the hard tyre really trying to get through, using all their power unit now, so that's good. That's why you've got to get ahead of the bot as quick as you can, because if he's out front and he uses his power unit, it's going to be a long way back. But we are good for now. We are very good indeed. So it's looking like it's going to be potentially 3 in a row. And that's what we need from our qualifying position. Our first tough matchup. And it looks like we are just going to survive. And hopefully some better ones coming. Last lap, here we go. As we start. P1, P2. Both of them coming towards each other now. And yeah, this is what it gets to. I'm looking forward to the free-to-play account. We scored well in qualifying. So that's going to be a very interesting spectacle later on. But Carlos Sainz is going to take revenge on Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz will win with Charles Leclerc out the back in P2. And it is a very beautiful 47 points. Exactly what we need. Race number 4 then, the final race of this video, and boy has it gone quick, and so far it's been pretty steady, I would say. And in race 4 there is a 71% chance of the wet stuff, but in qualifying for this race it is dry. Leclerc gets pushed back a little bit and we have a wet race. So we are going to put Merley on both, and we're going to hope Leclerc does get away with a perfect start. We potentially, all the AI, are going to be doing a 4-3. Maybe we should have put a race start on Leclerc. Let's find out. It is good and fast. Wow, we didn't get that great of a start. But hopefully on the second burn, we can get some places, and we can. We're into P2 and P5. If we push through this middle section, we should be able to claim some more. Sainz into the lead. Leclerc followed by Ferrari off Sainz behind. He's attacking Verstappen, and Verstappen shuts the door early on Leclerc. And still, we cannot get past. Very interesting start then to this race. Verstappen holding Leclerc, but not for any longer. He's up to P3. We are bang on 75%. I told you it's very tough around here. If we can manage, as here comes Leclerc, and now what we're going to do is try and conserve to get the 4 laps. Can we conserve enough and keep position? If we do a 4-3, we will be perfect. But we are going to keep an eye out. Leclerc holding up Leclerc. It helps us out front. The gap at the moment, 6 seconds. The only thing we could do is we could push even more with Sainz and do a 3-4. But that's quite tough to do. But we're all good on the tyres. We might do that. Let's do it. Let's do a 3-4. Sainz, Leclerc's holding everybody up anyway. And what we could do is just pit later on again with Sainz. Leclerc's doing a phenomenal job at the moment of really holding up as Max Verstappen finally breaks through. Because a safety car now would probably still see us attacking in the wets. Leclerc at the back of Max Verstappen as Sainz comes back out. We're not going to push Leclerc too much. Back on the medium boost. It doesn't matter. He's through. Perfect. And that is conserving well, because tyre management is well in our favour now with Leclerc. And Carlos Sainz, look, a pit stop ahead of everybody. Told you, lap 4. And now we'll push Leclerc. because the AI don't service and we need that little bit of a gap. We've earned that gap as Leclerc comes in. Great stint so far. And we are in to P1 comfortably. And look at that, Norris just coming in as Leclerc comes out. And now we can absolutely chill and hopefully see off any safety car. We could still have a one lap, but it's not going to matter. We're going to be good on tyres. It'd have to come out now for a final lap push. But if Sainz crosses the line, there will be no safety car to haunt us. Sainz down the straight, and there shall be no safety car race in this video. Sainz leads from Charles Leclerc, merely on boost, being an absolute beauty, providing the speed, the cornering and the pit times. Pretty much a perfect boost, and it's exactly what we need. And look at Carlos Sainz's tyres, absolutely great tyre management. And we are going to see us through one more lap. It is starting to dry, but it's not going to dry enough. It's not going to rain on our parade. The final lap of opening round that you will get to see. And it's looking very, very good indeed. We can probably push both of them now as well. We don't even need to. Look at the gap that we've got. It is very, very clear that it's one-way traffic so far. And down the straight then, Sainz starts. Terrific race by him, perfect strategy. Just enough tyres left to race management perfected. And Charles Leclerc didn't really have to do a lot in the end. He held the field up, played the team game, and takes a very solid P2 position. So let's see what that does to us, because that is job done for the first 4 races. Could absolutely go to rubbish for the last 4, but for this 4 that you're going to see, we have done it. We have done part of the round as exactly as we need to do. 4 races done. It is 188 points for ourselves. And look at that, 4 lots of 47. It always looks so, so good. And fingers crossed we can keep that up. Let me know how you've got on as well in your opening round. Will you qualify? Have you put a personal best in? Let me know. And fingers crossed we can finish this round perfect and back tomorrow where points mean prizes.